Hello children, today we are going to do lesson number 7 from your first flight book, and the name of the lesson is Glimpses of India. Glimpses means view. So in this lesson you will see the glimpses of some of the regions of our country. There are 3 parts of this lesson, and today we are going to do the first part of this lesson. The name of the lesson is A Baker from Goa, and it is written by Lucio Rodrigues. In this lesson, we are going to know how culture and tradition influence society, and also that time surpasses but culture and tradition exist with little variations. Also, India is a country of various traditions and culture, so let's have glimpses of India. Students, we are going to read about the living style of the Goan baker, his dressing sense, tradition, and about his contribution in the society. A beautiful pen portrait of a traditional Goan baker. Fine. Now, Goa, Diu, Daman, all these places were under the Portuguese rule, and today, even if we would see the churches and the forts in Goa, they would give us the glimpse of Portuguese style. The story takes us back to the time when Portuguese ruled Goa. They were immensely famous for their breads. The narrator often finds his elders thinking about those good old days and telling them that the famous breads date back to the time when Portuguese ruled over Goa. They ponder over the past and tell them that the Portuguese may have left, but the bread makers continue to have an inevitable stature. If not the original ones, their legacy is being continued by their sons. The bakers are still being referred to as peders. Peders is the word for bakers in Portuguese language. Everything about baking is still the same, ranging from those who mold the bread loaves to the furnaces which have survived the ravages of time. The sound of their arrival and the thud of their bamboo stick can still be heard just like the olden times. The narrator recalls that the baker acted as their friend and companion during their childhood days in Goa. The baker used to visit twice a day, once while he was on the round to sell his loaves, and the other time while returning back with his empty basket, having sold all the loaves. It was the sound of his bamboo stick that woke the children up. The children were so excited to meet him and choose from the bread bangles he made especially for them. While the bangles were for children, loaves were for the adults that were generally collected by the maid servant of the household. The baker often made a musical entry with his bamboo stick. His one hand supported the basket on his head while the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would go house to house and greet the ladies before handing them over the loaves. The baker would push aside the children with a mild rebuke, means scolding, but the kids would not give up. But as eager as they were, they would climb a bench or the wall to peep into the basket. They did not even bother to brush their teeth before having those bread bangles because It seemed unnecessary effort for them to pluck mango leaves from the branches to use them for brushing the teeth. They considered brushing unnecessary because the hot tea could effortlessly wash their mouth, and they thought that animals like the tiger never brushed their teeth. Bread is an important part of the Goan culture, and it is evident from its presence at every important occasion. From sweetbreads at marriages to sandwiches at engagement parties, and cakes and coconut cookies at Christmas, as well as other occasions, makes the presence of a baker in every village very essential. Bakers were known to have worn unique knee-length frock dresses, typically known as kabai. In the narrator's childhood days, he had seen them wearing shirts and pants whose length was shorter than the usual ones. It was a part of their identity. So much so that even if someone wears the trouser length now, he is said to have dressed like a baker or pader, as was said in olden times. The baker had a way of making a monthly record of bills on a wall using a pencil and then collecting the money at the end of the month. Baking has always been a profitable profession. The baker's family and workers have always been happy and joyous. The baker was usually fat, which was a proof that he had a lot to eat and hence was a proof of his richness. Even to this day, someone with a well-built body is compared to a baker. All the chefs, servants and workers in the bakery were wealthy and they looked like jackfruit. Their physical appearance is compared with the jackfruit here. The bakers are baking with the old recipes and furnaces they received from their elders who lived in Portuguese. So, the lesson, a baker from Goa, has perfectly described the traditional Goan village baker, and also the bread, which is an important part of Goan life. Bread is essential for every celebration in a Goan house. The Portuguese ruled Goa for centuries, and the art of bread making is a legacy which is granted by them. It is quintessential to have a baker's furnace in the village. Hope you all enjoyed the Goan culture. Thank you.